So a few nights ago, I was heading back from my work, just a regular day, you know, drinking my beer, heading home. And in front of my building, I see this chick, you know, lady. She was coming towards me. She was like mid-30s, maybe 40s, just a regular lady, you know, nothing unusual. And she's smiling at me, you know. So I thought, you know, maybe she digs me or whatever. So I came to my door and I was up unlocking the door and I hear her voice behind my head, you know. And at that moment I had some demonic thoughts, you know, about some reckless things, you know, like let's do some shit and shit like that, you know. So I take off my headphones and I'm like, sorry, what did you say? And she's like, everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, everything's gonna be okay, don't worry. And I'm like processing this with my thoughts and her words, you know. It was really unusual for me. And I'm like, let me hug you, come on. So she came, I hugged her, and she said to me, you know, she was like frightened to approach me, this and that. And she's like making this workplace, she's doing courses in helping people, so if I see her there I can approach her, blah blah blah. And I was like, thank you very much, you basically saved my entire night and in my entire life with this, you know. It's just one word, you know, just like 2 words basically, you know, don't worry. That's it, you know. So I went to the home where I live with chick and her mother, you know. And I was talking with the mother, you know, and she told me like, you saw an angel, you know. And I was pissed a little bit, you know, and she saw in my eyes that I was pissed. And not because I don't believe in angels, I believe, but I also believe in human beings, you know. And yeah, so basically I went to bed. I couldn't sleep like for 2-3 hours. You normally in this stress fucking life, you know, you can't sleep on time, you can't do shit on time. So basically I woke up at 7 a.m. I was like, okay, today I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna treat myself, it's a nice day. I bought myself a sandwich, a juice. I went to the park and I sat there, you know, eating my sandwich, enjoying the weather, like, what up, man? And after that I was lighting a ciggy, and one guy, like a gypsy like guy, approached me and like, do you have some ciggy for me? And I said, here are, you can have 2 of those. And he saw the garbage, you know, rubbish next to me, and he was like, let me take care of that. And I said, no, don't worry, man, it's my garbage, I'll take care of it, fuck it. And then he started, you know, talking some sad story to me, you know, like about how he traveled 20 kilometers on foot, he didn't sleep for 5 days, he came here because there are some younger gypsies regulating parking there, and there are sons from the bigger gypsy that took over his wife and beat up his children, you know. It's like hardcore story, you know. So I'm like, listen, you know, what can I do, man? And in the middle of that story he started, you know, complaining that he is sick of this life, you know, he's always in pain and he wanna take his life. And I'm like, you know, don't worry, man, everything is gonna be alright, you know. It's such a cliche thing to say, but man, from last night, you know, that shit punched me in the guts, and I had to, you know, deliver the same message, you know, this day, you know. And so yeah, I gave him my juice, you know. I said, you know, come on, drink this, you know, easy, man. If you will be violent, you know, there will be more violence in the future. So, you know, fuck that, man, you know, let it go, man. Some better things are about to come for you. You're a good guy, and that's it. So I said to him, hey, it's time for me to head, you know, back home, you know. You wanna eat something, I can buy you something, you know. There's plenty of things, you know, around here. So he followed me, you know, and I gave him some money. I told him, you're there, you can buy some shit to eat. And he went there, and like 5 meters from me, he yelled at me like, hey, man. And I turned around and like I said, what, man? And he said, man, I will listen to your advice, man. Everything's gonna be alright, you know, you're a good man. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man. So let's keep this cycle, you know, keep this cycling, and let's do good things for good people and for bad people also, because they're bad because they don't know how to be good, because nobody showed them, and that's it. Yeah, so yeah, I believe more in human beings than angels. Peace out, man.